Y'all, Sean Strickland just brought the 185 belt back to America. And I'm so hyped because I've been arguing with so many people for so long who have been acting like MMA in America has been on the decline. When we had three champions, Jamal Hill, Aljamain Sterling, and John Jones. And people were arguing, where's the American champions? And Sean Strickland just continuing the trend to show people that America dominates at MMA by beating Israel Adesanya for 5 rounds. I'm confused, though, as to why people don't like Sean Strickland. Like, I was watching the fight. I assumed Strickland was going to get killed. I've been a Strickland fan since the Brendan Allen fight, and I've been watching all his fights since then. I was so happy he got this title shot. I was pissed when Dricus du Plessis KO'd Robert Whittaker because I'm like, wow, now Sean's not going to get a shot. But somehow he got the shot and he beat Adesanya's ass. I can't believe it. That's so awesome. But after the fight, I looked down at my phone, and one of my liberal friends is like, what is happening? What is happening? And I just texted him like, dude, why are you upset about Sean bringing the belt back to America? And he's like, Sean's a shithead, and we argued about it. And it's like, I do not get why these like liberal MMA fans, they hate any champion that doesn't have their views unless they're Dagestani. Because you realize all the Dagestanis have way worse politics than Sean Strickland. The Dagestanis are way more sexist than Sean Strickland. Khabib literally says that women should just stay in the kitchen and not do anything other than please their husband. But do you hear any of these liberals talking about that? No. Do you hear MMA Joey screaming at Khabib and hating Khabib? No. It's just weird, dude. It's really fucking weird. We just need to accept, I'm a liberal too, dude. You can look at my channel. We just need to accept that MMA fighters are not going to have progressive politics. The best you could probably hope for is Sean Strickland. But having said all that, dude, let's watch MMA Joey, an American, reacting to Sean Strickland beating up a Kiwi and bringing the belt back to America. This is the reaction he has to an American whooping a Kiwi's ass as an American. It's the most soy reaction you could ever imagine. It offended the shit out of me.
Head kick from Izzy just barely misses. Oh, no! No way! MMA makes no sense.
Look at this motherfucker.
Strickland hurt him bad!
Look at this motherfucker.
No way! No way! Strickland going after him here.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
No way!
Oh my god!
Izzy gives a thumbs up. He got hurt. He's going to lose this.
So a guy who is the most American champion you could ever look at, who walks out to a Civil War song, a liberal Civil War song, by the way, one of the most pro-union Civil War songs you could ever listen to that talks about ending slavery. This guy, that's not good enough for MMA Joey. He doesn't agree with his politics 100%, and Sean Strickland's like against trans people, and like, you know, he's like a libertarian and not like a full-on leftist. So MMA Joey is screeching about him winning the title. And over Adesanya, is Adesanya some progressive or something? Is Adesanya some progressive when he's like out there shaming his ex-girlfriend after they broke up? Adesanya is just as much of a little weirdo sexist as Sean Strickland is, if you could put that label on Sean. Like, now let's look at one other video of one other soy boy that I want to show you having a reaction to the Strickland win. Alright, here's one other soy boy I'm going to show you. This is TYT Sports. Now, I watched TYT the show, but of course they're going to get Sean Strickland wrong, dude. I haven't even watched this video yet, but here's what the title is. MAGA fighter represents everything wrong with the UFC. Now let me just respond to that title before I even watch this video, dude. Sean Strickland is everything wrong with the UFC. He's fought 5 times in the past 10 months. He's one of the most active guys you could ever ask for. He's entertaining on the mic and entertaining in the octagon. I don't understand what TYT could say he's the worst thing about the UFC. I don't understand how they could apply that to him when he's one of the most active, entertaining fighters you could ask for. The only thing that they could be referring to is that they don't think he agrees with their politics. They're like, well, he's not a liberal, so he's a MAGA fighter. He's not a MAGA fighter. Sean Strickland isn't MAGA, dude. He's called out Trump multiple times for doing shit that he disagrees with. Sean is like a little like libertarian kind of guy who's kind of nuanced, and he's like, I don't agree with him on everything, but I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't expect to agree with like my favorite athletes on every fucking political issue. At least he comes out there and speaks his mind and talks about politics rather than all these fucking other NPCs who just don't want to offend anybody. At least he fucking goes out there and gives his opinion. But let's listen to this stupid ass fucking video from TYT Sports.
We need to go back to like taking women out of the workforce, and maybe that's where you guys, we let women vote. No offense, but let me. I want to tell you guys something. Think about America.
Look at him laughing his ass off. Clearly,
champion Sean Strickland.
So what?
Okay, listen to him laughing there, dude. He's clearly trying to be edgy and funny, dude. He's clearly using middle school humor, dude. He came out and said at another time, listen, guys, I don't really think women should be able to vote. Because he's dating like a liberal chick. He came out and was like, listen, guys, women should be able to vote. And he was lying. He was just here trying to be funny, dude. But TYT is going to portray that as 100% serious. It's not cool that Sean says that. I'm not going to pretend like it's cool. But let's listen to what he has to say.
Man, you let these women come in the workforce. Now we make less money. You got kids raising themselves on TikTok. We need to go back to like 1942, especially after, maybe 1958 after Germans. We need to put women back in the kitchen. We need to take, only one man needs to be working. So I think as a collective man group, we need to elect somebody that's going to put women back in the kitchen, put one man working, raise the wages, and build a wall.
How do you feel about going to therapy, Sean?
For what?
Look at this guy's little fucking smug face, dude. It's like, I get it. Sean Strickland just said some shitty stuff there, man. That's not what he represents. Why don't you pull him talking about poverty or something? Why don't you pull him calling out the people that are slut-shaming that Logan Paul's girlfriend and saying that they're a bunch of losers? Like, why don't you pull him calling out Andrew Tate and making a bunch of people in the comments be like, oh, wow, I've never heard such a good criticism of Andrew Tate. You are giving a false impression of Sean Strickland. Of all the right-wing shitheads, he is the best. He's the cream of the crop when it comes to right-wing shitheads. Of course he's going to say some dumb stuff in jest. Clearly in jest, because he came out and said, guys, I'm sorry for saying all that. He apologized for this. But this fucking loser right here is not going to acknowledge that Sean's already apologized for all this stuff. You're a little bitch, dude. Don't even watch MMA. You're a fucking soy boy.
You get your loans, bro. You pay for it. No one ever gave me forgiveness. So yeah, I'm happy the Supreme Court, man. We got a good roster on that Supreme Court, dude. I just said on the internet.
Terrible opinion from Sean, but who cares?
No surprise, but he wouldn't be done.
Oh man, I think the Australians want the Chinaman to win. They don't want the Chinaman to win. Nobody likes Izzy. Izzy's a cringe lord. Do you like guns?
You know what? I'm Canadian, so we're not even allowed to have them in Canada.
Oh my god, dude. Listen over here. That's why I try to put this microphone on my out there. I always think America's the greatest in the world, and we are the greatest in the world, by the way.
I always think back to...
Okay, that last part is 100% true, dude. If you're such a little liberal soy boy, dude. You're conflating a statement of saying women shouldn't vote, which he's apologized for, with saying America's the greatest country in the world. You're such a soy boy, dude. Just be happy for your fucking countrymen bringing gold back to America. Do you nitpick everyone at the Olympics and be like, hey, I know you brought gold back to America, but are you a conservative? Oh, then fuck you. I'm not rooting for you then. I'm going to root for the Chinese guy in the Olympics because my guy is conservative, even if he's fighting against someone else who's conservative. Izzy isn't some liberal, dude. Who the fuck are you going to root for in this situation other than Sean? Izzy isn't some progressive guy. Izzy probably has the exact same fucking opinions. But you're not putting those on blast. I fucking hate this, dude.
When The Daily Show went to the RNC and they asked MAGA, when were we great?
He's not MAGA, dude. Fuck you.
That is what I would like Sean Strickland to answer.
You guys know I'm a damn hardcore libertarian. I think
you guys know I'm a hardcore libertarian. He's not a Trump supporter, dude. He's called out Trump multiple times.
Government's out to get us. I think corporations are evil.
He thinks corporations are evil, dude. At least give him that.
An 18-year-old a gun and send him to Afghanistan, but you can't have him. He can't go home and buy an AR-15.
He's so close, isn't he, guys?
He's so close. Okay, so he's so close to your politics. He's deep down a smart guy. He's an interesting guy, but you're going to make a video smearing him when he's an American that just brought a belt back to your country, you little soy boy.
And yet at the presser, prior to facing off against Izzy Adesanya, he said he would turn cannibal if women were not around because his words, I've got to make my own food, fold my own laundry.
Clearly a joke, dude.
Point? He would make an appearance with none other than anti-woman grifter Pearl Davis.
Dude, that broke my heart as a Sean fan, dude. I didn't like seeing him have Pearl on there, dude. That sucked, bro.
Shirt that read, women shouldn't vote.
So do you agree with that premise that slavery was...
Okay, this isn't about Pearl, dude. Sean doesn't know that much about Pearl. He just got conned by her.
I appreciate... Okay.
Sean doesn't know that much about Pearl. Just talk about his fighting, maybe?
Because they know what their base is. A base that Donald Trump and Dana White have crafted and worked together to form. And
Hold
this
on a
is where
second, dude.
Controversy with racist, homophobic, and misogynistic comments. To date, President Dana White has dismissed concerns over those comments, but the win over Izzy has made it more difficult for the UFC to ignore. I actually disagree with that. I actually think it's totally easy to ignore because they know what their base is. A base that Donald Trump and Dana White have crafted and worked together to form. And this is where we are to...
Dude, so every other country, their fighters get to be complete Neanderthal right-wingers who don't want women to vote. Khabib says women stay in the kitchen. All these Muslim fighters get to be sexist. This guy doesn't make a single video about it. But once an American guy does it, now it's like, oh my God, we have to be against this American champion. Dude, you shouldn't be rooting for Adesanya over Strickland if you're an American. Just full stop. Just straight up. He's one of the most American champs you could ever ask for. He walks out to Johnny Comes Marching Home, a base Civil War song about ending slavery. I don't give a fuck what this guy says or how many shitty opinions Sean has. It sucks that he had Pearl on, dude. But if you watch him with Pearl, he doesn't say anything that shitty, dude. He doesn't say anything that shitty. And Pearl barely talks. He had Pearl on his show, and she was just kind of in the background, dude. It was a little weird, but it's like, who are you gonna root for then, man? Are you gonna root for the white South African guy who race baits Adesanya and tries to say he's the real African champ when there have been 3 African champs, but he's gonna say he's the only real one as the white guy? Are you gonna root for Khamzat Chimaev, who supports the Chechen government that is murdering civilians in Ukraine? You're gonna support Khamzat, who is a fundamentalist Muslim supporting of the Russian government? Okay, so who at middleweight is the saint progressive? Nobody, dude. There's no saint progressive that this little soy boy can support at middleweight. So why not support Sean? Why make this video against Sean, dude? It's just so fucking stupid, dude. If you can show me someone who's actually progressive that you can root for, then that's fine, man. Show me someone who's actually progressive. There's literally been 0 progressive UFC fighters. I don't know why that is. I'm a progressive myself. I don't know why that is. They just tend to be more conservative, bro. This isn't that Sean's weird views about women not voting. I bet 80% of the UFC roster agrees with that, man. It's not great. It's not good, but it's not a Sean issue. Sean's not specifically a shithead that you should hate just because I don't know why it is, dude. It's like people from other countries get a pass. If you're from Russia or something, this guy's not going to make a video about you because of course you're sexist. If you're a Russian Muslim, of course you're sexist. This guy doesn't need to make a video about you. But if you're an American guy, bring the belt back to the United States, this guy has to smear you for your political views. I just want him to keep that same energy. Make a video about Ankalaev, make a video about Khabib, make a video about Islam Makhachev, make a video about all these Muslim fighters, dude. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on it. But I don't think it's going to come, dude, because these fucking soy boys are just hypocritical losers, dude. I think I'm going to make another video about the other side of this, dude. The people who are just weirdo racists who aren't even actually fans of Strickland, but they just hate black people and Adesanya, and not even just Adesanya. They just like to see a white guy beat a black guy. I feel like that's a lot. There's like 2 sides to this. There's the little weirdo soy boys who hate Sean Strickland because he doesn't agree with their politics. And then there's the weirdo gremlin right-wingers who just hate Adesanya and I could pretend a glory kickboxer is a bad striker, actually diminishing Sean's win by saying Izzy is bad. And they just hate black people and they're like, oh, I don't want Sean to fight Dricus du Plessis because it's 2 white guys. I'm going to make another video about that, but for now, This is a roast of the soy boys, dude. And fuck all these soy boys that don't like Sean Strickland. Peace out.